alive. I'm gonna resume, and everything's gonna be awesome. Alright, hi everyone. Sorry for the little wait there. So we have come to the Circle of Magi, seeking the help of the mages. Unfortunately, the Circle is in a state of chaos. The Templars have locked the tower, and you have been sent in to investigate. You somehow become trapped in the Fade, and that was the rest of what I remember reading. So sorry. I'm setting up the chat part of this again. So we're gonna have the most fun. Saving our next dreamer. That's what we're doing. Well, our first dreamer, technically. After wandering through the dreams forever, this is what we're up to. Boom. There we are. And now I can see your chats. So I won't be hopelessly lost. Perfect. All right. Nope. Yep. We are in the Raw Fade. We're gonna go find our other friends. A nightmare. Man, I'm doing all the fun stuff. Alright, the Grey Wardens were once exiled from Ferelden. Thank you for that very quick read. Little tea before we get stressed out.
Shanedan.
Who are you talking to?
Don't bother the stand. Isn't it your turn to cook?
Cook what? There's no food in this miserable, frozen country.
Hush, Shera. We have a guest. Make room at the fire.
This poor boy. Why do they call you the Sten?
The same reason they call you the Warden.
We've been days in this place. There's no sign of any threat. The Arishok's report was wrong. Can we not go home?
No.
We need to go, Sten. There is a demon waiting for us. Technically, this is true, and I'm sure he'd appreciate me getting to the point. Or would he? Let's find out.
Let it wait.
Feed it the car Shock's cooking. That should end it.
Better yet, feed it the Ashad. That would take care of it and do us a favor.
This is a dream. I'm not a fool, Warden. I remember seeing the Karashok there have his head torn off.
Well, at least it's not a great loss.
You are so entertaining, Kadan. You should perform in the square with the other trained monkeys. We could throw you peanuts.
It's a dream, but it's a good dream.
Ah, dear. This is a cage, Sten, just like Lothering.
Here, or Lothering, or Orlais, it's all the same. Far from home, one place is no better than any other.
Soldiers of the Barasad don't waste time dreaming. Nice, I think we got a good one.
No, they don't. But I am no longer of the Barasad. I am no one.
You gave your word to aid me.
I did.
You can't abandon your post.
Stand aside. I would hate to see you all die again.
No, we won't let you leave us again.
Dear. Oh, where are you going? Sir? Sten. The grass is very intimidated. Now help me. You know what? Enjoy. Yeah, we'll do that. They both resisted. I want to be shocked, but I'm not. Okay.
Yet this gives me no peace. I wish to leave this place. No, more trickery. What is happening?
But bye. I guess you missed out on this part, so that's nice. Charmed. Do we not all hum? That was surprisingly painless. Okay. So we'll go to the Darkspawn invasion. I think that one we're pretty close. Go back to camp once in a while to treat injuries. Party's not a good fight when their skulls are cracked and they're coughing up blood. You're right! They're not. Excellent observation. Yeah, I had to hold the spoon for that one. Aren't you guys glad to know the stupid way I drink tea? Unnecessarily fancy, I should say, for like a mug. I have my fancy teacups, but they're not here. One day. Oh! You know, this is actually a great time to pause. I look pretty cool. Doesn't happen often that it pauses when I look cool. You think you're so cool. Oh yeah, so we could just... This is great. I love this. I say and then fall over immediately. What are you still doing up? I'm so big. I'm so strong. Please fall. A charming little combination, though. I mean, very nice of you. Wait. Who is that? Are you coming over here, or...? Oh, I guess. You don't seem that tough. Yeah, it was quite the mess, wasn't it? Big room though, spacious, good for parties. Definitely not what you're using it for. Ooh, we got a yo. Hi, Sam. We're not going to attack me immediately? Oh no, we're going to save immediately. And then attack me. Oh, the Crusher. Uthriel the Crusher? Yeah, he sounds terrible. What if we don't? What if we just don't? Well, I got the first hit in though, so that was cool. This is just embarrassing. Don't do that. Oh, thank God. We were in a real pickle there. How's it looking? Defeated one of the demons who dwelled in the center of the nightmare. Let's see. Sten was reversing the fate. He was just unwilling to leave. Okay. Okay. So we got one buddy left. At least. From the sounds of things. I'm really sad that you don't drop anything. Like, I should be able to get something out of this. But then again, I don't know if I keep anything I find in the Fade. You know, it's weird like that. Okay. Things are looking bad for the Sloth guy. Oh, Alistair. My homie. Let's talk to Alistair. I like her more anyway.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? This is my sister, Goldana. These are her children, and there's more about somewhere.
Oh, we lost the
We're
camera
one
again.
big happy family, at long last.
I love that I've lost the camera again. Like, is there a reason we've lost the camera again? Nope. There is no reason we've lost the camera again. Theoretically, it should be back now, but... we will have to see what we will see. Yep. Everything's fine again. Sorry about that, guys. Technology. At the very least, it wasn't showing for me. Okay. We're gonna let him down gentle. You seem very content.
I am. I'm happier than I've been my entire life. Isn't that strange? I thought being a Grey Warden would make me happy, but it didn't. This does.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my sight again.
May I borrow him for a second? We have business elsewhere.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
This is just very sad. I can't stay, and you shouldn't either, Alistair.
You're acting really strangely.
Think about this and how you got here. Think carefully.
All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy. That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait. I remember a tower. The circle.
Mm-hmm.
It was under attack.
Yes.
There were demons.
Lots of them.
That's all I really remember.
That's when we got trapped in the Fade, where we are now.
Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Of course it's real. Now wash up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
Come with me then.
No, he is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
Yikes. Oh, that's unpleasant. Let's just do that first. And then we're gonna do this. At least that should buy you some time. I really wish you wouldn't murder your sister, but... Good call, Alistair. Oh, there's more? There's more. I didn't realize there was more. I'm sorry, dear. Let's see. We can do some... That guy is basically dead. Let's do you.
What a mess.
Goldana? I can't believe it.
Poor baby.
How did I not see this
Always
earlier?
too easy on him. The demon probably did something to your head.
Yes, well, try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was. Are we going now? Wait, where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
Ah, my little dear. A new screenshot? What screenshots of my idiocy are you taking? I've freed Alistair from his dream, however he seems to have disappeared again. With any luck, he's already made his way out of the Fade. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we aren't especially lucky as people.
As you desire.
That was... I don't think I've ever done that before. But sure, go off. We're doing real good. Grey Wardens were once known for the griffin mounts on which they flew, and that's all we're allowed to know. There's a massive door again. I seem to run into those a lot. And then immediately die on the other side. Rather get attacked on the other side. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna assume I need this still. Yes, and I am correct. But on the same token, I feel like... there's just a lot of you. Is this gonna heal you? Let's find out now. Yeah, they're all immune. Okay. Imagine being this tall, but like you still can't aim. Like, you're that big. You should be able to swing your fists and hit things pretty much every time. Because you're massive. I know, nothing around here. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Let's do this first, actually.
Of course.
Let's switch to you next. Because you know all kinds of fun things. I am nothing if not efficient. It's not true. Sometimes I'm inefficient. Just to shake things up. Uh-huh. Oh, this looks important. I don't know. Well, I guess it's nothing. Okay. Get my whisk back. Go save my other friend. See, this is like a lot faster than I remember it being. Bravery talent greatly increases something, and I guess we'll know.
Maker, forgive me. I failed them all. They died and I did not stop it.
But they're not dead yet. The circle can still be saved. We're gonna just come in real important on this one. It's very
What
urgent.
about all this? How can you say that when you are faced with this? Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us.
You're in the Fade. This is a dream.
Why was I spared? If not to help them, what use is my life, now that I have failed in the task that was given me? Leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones, scatter their ashes to the four winds, and mourn their passing, till I too am dead.
I'm finding it hard to feel sympathy for demons. Context.
Your blatant disregard for the souls of the dead strikes me as being utterly inappropriate.
Because it's not them. They're not dead yet. This is a trick.
I do not know what you were trying to tell me. Why must you make this more painful? And where were you when this happened? I trusted you as an ally, and you were nowhere to be found.
Rude. I am the only thing that's real. Ignore everything else.
I do not know what this will accomplish, but I will do this if it will satisfy you. It is difficult to focus. It feels as though something is stopping me from concentrating. I've never had so much trouble.
Gee.
Perhaps some time away from this place will help me think clearly.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Don't leave us, Wynn. We don't want to be alone.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
You have to defeat them to leave.
Stay, Wynn. Sleep soundly in the comforting embrace of the earth. Do not fight it. You belong here with us.
No, not yet. My task is not yet done. It is not time yet.
Come away to your rest.
You guys are like not nice. Oh, you want to bring up a glyph of whatever? Well, ow. That hurt. I'm doing it anyway. You guys are just like really cantankerous, huh? When you are not doing great. Well, I guess we both did that. It's fine.
Is it over? Thank the Maker for you.
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening? Where are you going?
Nowhere. That one's you. Alrighty. That one was a doozy for Wynn. I had never actually seen Wynn's before. An apology would have been nice.
As you desire.
Alright, let's see how our inventory is looking. Anything new I should know about? No, mine is still cooler. Yeah, mine is still cooler. Oh, look at that. I can carry that one now. Go me! I can't carry that. That's probably fine. 3 injury kits and spirit bombs and so many things. So many presents. Spirit shards. I should probably figure out how to use those. Yes, I should. Huh. Okay. Inner Sanctum. We're gonna save first. Templar Plan B. Just in case, it's always important to have Templar Plan B. There we go. Perfect.
Well, all right.
Demons are drawn to mages, and should they ever succeed in possessing one, we'll find out later. No, we already know. I remember hating this fight a lot. Yeah, you look stronger than me.
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave? My, but you do have some gall.
That's me.
But playtime is over. You all have to go back now.
I don't want to.
Oh, here I am. And there you are. You just disappeared. Well, no matter.
I am here, and it is time to finish this. I have had enough of cages.
My
You
baby.
will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
We is a strong
If you
word.
go back quietly, I'll do better this time. I'll make you much happier.
I'll make my own happiness, thank you.
Can't you think about someone other than yourself?
Nah.
I'm hurt. So very, very hurt.
Oh no. Sorry, but I'd rather just be rid of your evil right now.
You wish to battle me? So be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
Hasn't happened yet. Oh, ew. Are you sure you want to do this? You look like very strong. What if you just didn't do this? Oh, everybody is stunned, huh? Oh no. Yeah, that was a dumb idea that I just had, but I had it, so here we are. And we're gonna try weakness again, because I didn't learn from my last mistakes. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Let's see, gonna work yet? Everybody's looking good. Nice. I think we've more or less got this in the bag, guys. How's everybody doing health-wise? We're gonna heal you anyway, Sten. Oh wow, you're just gonna keep going, huh? You don't want to do this anymore? Are you? I just feel like it's not true. Where are you going? Where are you going, me? Just attack him, please. Look, you can say darkest dreams and stuff all you want. We're not that worried. Like, we've already beaten the dream. You are the worst layer cake, however. We should definitely heal. Oh, she already did that. Okay. Come on now. There it is.
defeated the demon. I never thought I never expected you to free yourself. To free us both. When you return, take the litany of Adrala from my body. It will protect you from the worst of the blood magic.
Your body?
I cannot go with you. I have been here far too long. For you, it will have been an afternoon's nap. Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands of a demon.
This poor guy. You think you're going to die?
Every minute I was here, the Sloth demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmares of this realm. There is so little of me left. I was never meant to save the Circle, or survive its troubles. I am dying. It is as simple as that.
There must be something I can do. I know there isn't, but I want to anyway.
Thank you, but it is too late for me. I do not fear what may come. They say we return to the Maker in death. And that isn't such a terrible thing. My only regret is that I could not save the Circle. But you can. Take the litany off my body when you return. It is important.
What about you?
I can rest easy, knowing you will save the Circle. I'm not a hero. Perhaps trying to be one was foolish.
That's not true. You did do a lot to help the Circle. I mean, that's the truth. We need the litany, and he had it.
Dark times, greater acts of heroism, eh? You may be right. Before I was taken to the Circle, my mother said I was meant for greatness. I would be more than my ancestors could have ever dreamed. I hope I haven't disappointed her.
You didn't, Niall. We're not telling him he died in a unique manner.
It is time for us both to be on
Even
our
though
way.
he did.
Remember, hero. Perhaps trying to be one was foolish.
Okay.
I can rest. Thank you. And goodbye. Friend.
Sometimes I forget how old Origins is. Shields increase your defense rating and provide a chance to shrug off attacks from ranged weapons entirely. Thanks. I think we more or less have the hang of this now, though. Okay. I'm sorry, Niall. This sucks.
Well, all right.
Wow, is this... Okay, I thought that was like his for a second. My brain was like, wait, that can't be right. Wow, I can't throw shade on him anymore. Power to stun demons, stop mind controlling blood magic. Use it the moment the spell is cast. Ooh. That's like intense. You have to use it right when they start to do that. Man. They do not make that easy, huh? Okay. I do not remember how my exploring was going. I don't think I went in here. Conveniently, there's nothing in here. Man, the sticky noises in this place, like, they are wicked gross. Sorry, I just, the controls, you know, I have to walk over your corpse. We'll just pretend I politely stepped over it. Fixed it, part 2. Technically, yeah. Yeah, and here we go. Oh, we'll put a glyph there. It'll be fun. And now that you're all up close and personal... I keep misreading possessed as stressed. I feel like I'm not wrong either way, really. Oh yeah, my boy needs to be healed. I need my spell list again. Because for some reason we don't hang on to those. Who are we fighting now? Oh yeah, that guy. Look, that was unnecessary. Okay, nope, nope. Let's heal Wind. And we'll put a rejuvenate. Nope, that's the wrong one. Regenerate on you. Of course. Hope I didn't get an injury from that trap. But I saw a treasure thing. Health regeneration in combat? Ooh. Well, hello there. Let me guess, they look dumb? Oh, they actually look really cool. Oh, I love it. Wrong click. That's tier 2, that's tier 1. That's tier 2. That's tier 2. Yeah, nothing's really different for him. I'm sure everything's kind of the same for you. Yeah, that's tier 5. You don't need one of those. Yeah, you're fine. Anybody want any accessories? No, we're good. Okay. Wait, did I check for boots? Everybody's got boots. Perfect. I love this new outfit. I look fantastic. Because fashion is really what we're after here. Is that downstairs? That's the harrowing chamber. That's the 3rd level. So we should definitely be going to the harrowing chamber. Boo. I'll go check the map to see if it was downstairs. Of course it was downstairs. What was this doing in here? Like, this isn't a mage. I guess it, like, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Is this like, oh, maybe it's a Templar's quarters? No, then why does he have a cowl? Would I look good in a cowl? Yeah, this is all about fashion to me. Oh, God. It looks terrible. Wynn, do you want a hat? I'm a mean person who's gonna make you wear this mean hat. I forget, is there like there's a setting that like you can turn off hats. Video? Vertical sync. Game? Tutorials, floating spells, save, automatically shimmer, pause, start a persistent gore. Oh. Yeah, nope, we're just stuck in hat world, so they're all going to someone who isn't me. I hate hats. Honestly, I don't even know if I can stomach Wynn wearing it. Nope, I can't. She looks ridiculous. We'll be fine. I always try to click their little faces, and it's not how it works. I would just rather see Wynn's hair and, like, recognize her as a person and not whatever accursed thing they're trying to convince me she is.
Oh no.
Oh, dragons! Cool.
This is interesting.
I wonder what you guys are. Everybody's stunned, that's good. Thrilling. This has been fun. I don't know how you ate a delirium potion, but I guess you guys have a taste for them. You made a right mess in here. But can I also ask why you had all of these? Like, how many mages do you need to hang in cages? This is definitely not something you should have had on hand in such a large supply. Like, was that necessary? I think not. Well, let's do one of those. Come here. There's one. Okay. Now let's use... You guys are mean! Because that's what they are. Oh, there's just a lot of you, huh? I didn't realize how many of you there are. Well, let's use that on. Yeah, I guess we did all just stand there like fools and get hit in the face. Yes, we did. Could be worse. I mean, yes, it could also be better. Excuse you. It's not my fault. You chose to sit there. Oh yeah, level up. I forgot all about those. Oops. Well, she's already a spirit healer. This makes a lot of sense. Willpower, magic. Let's add some constitution. You could probably use some of those. Yeah, you should definitely go no revival. Okay. Yeah, these are going to be really helpful. We'll get that one later. Now we've got Sten. You should have more strength, because that's what you needed. We're gonna give you 2 because there's a nice even 30. And then boost your constitution because I'm sure you'd appreciate that. Let's see. Bonus damage, physical resistance, mental resistance, critical chance. Let's see. And then there's stunning blows, shattering blows, two-handed strength. Yeah, so we'll do that one since it's gonna get rid of the penalties. Bravery will come next. Wow, I almost didn't see that pile of rags. That is actually a scrap of paper. Uldred will show us the way. This thing again. The call is made. We will stride out of here with pride in our step, regardless of the outcome. This is for the good of the circle. Uldred will see to it. And this, my friends, is why you would get a background check on anyone staging a coup. I'm just kidding. That's... I feel like you have bigger problems. Also, they didn't have background checks. I guess they could have just realized he was gonna murder everybody. I'm gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. Why can't I magic this open? You expect me to believe I can't magic that open? It's a verb. I can magic that open. What do you think? Unrelated? What do you think, Stan? Is that a good sword for you? That's a dagger. How about that? No, you have a better one. This place is so charming, like just delightful. Like a before and after shot would have been so helpful with this. Yep, I can't open it. You're right. I should have brought Zevran here so that we could just not open it together. Is this room where I get murdered? I feel like this is a... Yeah! It was like, there's too much space in this room to not murder me. Well, how about you? You definitely deserve that. And you're already dying. This is ridiculous. You guys need to get your act together. You guys have got to help me here. I am a fragile, delicate blossom, and I need help. I could also move, but I won't. Oh, good. That's pretty good. Ha! And then Alistair levels up. Look, am I the only one? Is this gonna be personal from here on out? And then magic. There's a character's affinity for the arcane. Mages, blah blah blah. Okay, so we could probably stand to use some of that on you. We'll give you a strength point. We'll give you some willpower also. He's a Templar. Let's see. Rogues benefit most. Ba, ba, ba. Let's give you some more strength. We'll do 2 strength, 1 willpower. It'll be fun. He's not level 9 yet. So there's bravery, there's taunt. He's got weapon and shield. There's overpower, shield balance. We'll get rid of the shield penalty there. Why not? Before we start getting the bells and whistles, let's cover our bases for everything in the meantime. Ugh. So many treasure chests.
And so I shall.
Oh, my baby.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
Cullen, don't you recognize me?
Only too well. Ugh, how far they must have delved into my thoughts.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Ugh, enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game. You broke the others, but I will stay strong for my sake. For theirs. Sifting through my thoughts, tempting me with the one thing I always wanted but could never have. Using my shame against me, my ill-advised infatuation with her. Ugh, a mage, of all things. I am so tired of these cruel jokes, these tricks, these...
My little baby. I don't think I should be hearing this.
Silence! I'll not listen to anything you say. Now be gone! Still here. But that's always worked before. I close my eyes, but you are still here when I open them.
I'm real, and I'm here to help you.
Don't blame me for being cautious. The voices, the images, so real. Why have you returned to the tower? How did you survive?
I survived through quick wit and talent, of course. We could lighten the mood, right?
Yes, how proud you are of your power. Just like Uldred. And look what's become of him now. They caged us like animals. Looked for ways to break us. I'm the only one left.
Sweetie.
Be proud. You mastered yourself.
I'm not here to hurt you.
What is there to be proud of? That I lived and they died? They turned some into monsters and... there was nothing I could do.
Uldred will pay for what he's done.
And to think, I once thought we were too hard on you.
We're not all evil, Cullen.
Only mages have that much power at their fingertips. Only mages are so susceptible to the infernal.
Oh my goodness.
This is a discussion for another time. Irving and the other mages who fought Uldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Oh, Maker.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them. You don't know what they've become.
We can't just kill them all.
They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts. His hatred of mages is so intense. The memory of his friends' deaths is still fresh in his mind. You have to end it now, before it's too late.
I want to save everyone who can possibly be saved.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended. To guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live. You must kill everyone up there.
I mean, he probably is right, but that's like... Dude, and this is what I think about when people talk about, like, Cullen and everything he says in Dragon Age 2 was like, he went from here to Kirkwall. Like, there was no Templar therapy pit stop. This is not, like... Honestly, it's amazing he functions as well as he does while he's in Kirkwall. He's much more rational than this. It must be the lack of dead bodies and actual torment. Crazy. I know. I mean, okay, so logically, he's probably right. I'd probably have to go up there and end everybody. But I can't really decide on that before I see what's going on.
That is your choice to make, but I beg you to consider what I have to say. You cannot tell Maleficarum by sight. Just one could influence the mind of a king, of a grand cleric.
I do not want the blood of innocents on my hands. That's true. You can't just waltz up there and kill everybody. What about the people they're working on?
I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore. But what can I do?
What he says makes sense. Do not discard it out of hand. These mages are out of control.
It isn't that simple, Sten.
Perhaps.
As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions, though I would love to deal with the mages myself.
Honey, the only thing you should be dealing with is a pint of ice cream. Like... Perhaps I can free you.
Don't waste time on me. Deal with Uldred. If that is what you plan to do, once he is dead, I will be freed.
Stay safe, it will be over soon.
No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late.
Cullen.
Maker turn his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
Okay, Cullen. Sten, I tried, okay? We can't just murder people.
I fear the consequences of all this.
I mean, we end up having to do it anyway, but look. You can't just wantonly throw people into fire. Scrap metal and short lengths of wire may not look like much, but a skilled trap maker may be able to use them, and that's all we know. I'm guessing this is Uldred, this Lex Luthor looking guy.
Do you accept the gift that I offer?
This cutscene always breaks my heart. Because, like, no matter how quickly you go, you can speedrun this, and this would still happen. So that poor mage held out as long as he could, because he knew his friends were next once he threw in the towel. And then the warden walks in.
Look what we have.
Literally.
I remember
seconds.
Irving's star pupil. Uldred didn't think much of you then, and I certainly don't see your appeal now.
Well, forgive me if I'm not very impressed.
I suppose one can't be loved universally. I'm quite impressed you're still alive. Unfortunately, that must mean you killed my servants.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they are probably better off dying in the service of their betters than living with the terrible responsibility of independence.
You'll soon follow your servants.
Wait. Let's not be hasty. I'm trying to have a civilized conversation.
It doesn't work. You know what? What are you trying to accomplish by torturing these people? We'll figure that out, and then we'll kill you.
A mage is but the larval form of something greater. Your chantry vilifies us, calls us abominations, when we have truly reached our full potential.
No, looks gross.
Look at them. The chantry has them convinced. They deny themselves
Chantry doesn't have to say anything.
Of becoming something glorious.
You're mad. There's nothing glorious about what you've become, Uldred.
I don't think that's Uldred.
Uldred? He is gone. I am Uldred, and yet not Uldred. I am more than he was. I could give you this gift wing. You and all the mages. It would be so much easier if you just accepted
If you have to torture someone to do it?
But some people can be so
It's not that good.
stubborn.
Say what you like, I'm still gonna kill you.
Resistance. Everywhere I go, resistance. How very inconsiderate. Wait, what do we have here? Why, it's the first enchanter. Come, say hello to your old apprentice.
Good voice acting, though.
Don't mind the blood. He's had a hard day.
What have you done to him?
Stop him. He is building an army. He will destroy the Templars, and...
You're a sly little fox, Irving, telling on me like that. And here I thought he was starting to turn.
Never!
That's enough out of you, Irving. He'll serve me eventually.
Not really.
As will you.
Irving's really stubborn, like, just really stubborn. No, I won't. I'd rather die.
Killing you would be a waste. Your raw potential, with the strength of a demon behind it, would be unstoppable. I can do that. I can give you power and a new life.
That's going too far. You die now.
Fight, if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
You're weird.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Okay, but how do I use the litany? You know what? Is it like a... Am I allowed to use that? You'd think it would be in here. And we'll leave that up for now. I hope that was helpful. I miss being able to turn into a golem. We're gonna get you some rejuvenate. You always use so much of your magic. Willpower. Well, that's really going well. She barely gave me time to use that. I can't. One of these. He's using this more than I can use the litany. Do you see how that's a problem? And then we're gonna use this on you. I'm really glad that I bought all those backpack expansions before I came up here. Okay, let's look at our inventory before we get too carried away here. Nothing new here. Yeah, I don't mind, it's way better. And the rough leather armor is only tier 1, yeah. When? Ah, she can definitely use those. Anyway, yep. Let's save before we get too carried away here. That's it. Darn it, Uldred. That's what we're calling it.
Oh, Maker. I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynne?
That sounds like her.
I wasn't alone. I had help.
I was surprised to see you standing there. But I am glad you have returned. The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay.
Yeah.
Come. The Templars await.
Yeah, because if you had died...
We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Mostly. Yeah, there's really nothing else to do. Very well, lead on.
I'll need you to guide me down the stairs. Curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Mood, my dude. The Fade is a realm of hungry demons that constantly seek to pass through the veil to the land of the living. Those that succeed will try to possess a body.
Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
Dads are reunited.
It is over, Gregor. Uldred is dead.
Uldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
Well, what does the Knight Commander think then?
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough. I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
It had to be done.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
You mean the first enchanter? I'll ask what the Templars will do. I mean, I know what the Templars will do, but, like, I want to know.
For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time.
Ugh. For some reason, this strikes me as cute.
I'm glad I'm still alive, but the Circle's future still remains to be seen.
And you know, he comes a long way from here to where he is in Dragon Age 2. Like, in this one, he's like, end everything. In Dragon Age 2, he's like, you can't just... Well, spoilers, but not really. He's like, you can't just end everything. So, he does come around. He just needs, like, some time. Anyway.
Here we are. The tower in disarray. The Circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
Kind of. I'm glad I could help.
From what Gregor said, it seems that you came here seeking allies.
Yeah.
The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
But there are so few mages left.
You, of all people, should know that we are not to be underestimated.
I should.
The mages you see here will be a great help to you. You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
Wynne, we need you here. The Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This woman is brave and good, and capable of great things. If she will accept my help, I will help her accomplish her goals.
I would be honored to have you join me, Win.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you
Her staff looks so
always have
cool.
a place
It
here.
looks like a charred stick.
There is much to be done here.
It's fine.
I must
I
go.
look cool.
You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
Oh, I understand. Till we meet again.
When the time comes,
What I would have
we
been
will
like is like
stand beside you.
not being a proper host. That's like a huge understatement. I am a magic sympathizer. You're dang right.
I wish I could have gone with them. To fight. I wish I could have gone with them. To fight.
Oh dear.
I owe you my life. Thank you.
No problem, buddy. Let's see what we can sell.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Alright, let's trade. Oh, there's so much to sell. Okay, let's get all my tier 1s out of here. Yeah, let's get rid of you. That one's 16 magic, that one's 16 magic, 2 spell power, 1 magic. These really aren't that different, but I guess I'll hang on to one of them. Spell power? Yeah, let's do spell power. And now I have to remember how to do this. Yep. Sell. Let's just sell one. We'll hang on to one just in case. Ice bolt, fire arrow, longbow, two-handed, pointers. Yeah, that one's a tier 1, so odds are by the time I get anybody, it won't be useful. It's tier 3, tier 2, tier 2. Yeah, that one's better, so let's get rid of that one. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Well, we'll definitely get rid of you then. Mm, 4.4, 4.8, 4.4. So, yeah, the enchanted dagger is just the gray iron dagger, but better. Cool. I'll hang on to him anyway, because I know I have a couple rogues on the way. Ugh, it'd probably be useful. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, I'm just gonna make unhappy noises at it. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 3, tier 6, tier 1. Yeah, let's just get rid of all those. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 2. Tier 3. Probably still not gonna like it, but oh my god, there's so many things in here. Got Mabari Crunch. I miss my Mabari already. Lesser Spirit, Rock Self, Flame Runes. There's so many runes. I know some of these are important, and I can't remember which ones. Yeah, I'm probably gonna forget all about these bombs, so let's just get rid of all the cells in the world. How about you? At least it's only one column now. It's good. Yeah, it's mostly this. You know, we're down to 75. We'll deal with the consequences of everything else. Oh yeah, I didn't even look what you had.
All those abominations. I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here.
I know.
I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
That's right. I forgot to see what you had. I just kind of went on with like what I had and what I wanted. Glamour Charm. Acquires improved herbalism, poison making. I mean, they don't take up any space, do they? Great health bolters, health bolters, leather house. There it is. What do you mean, no? Oh, you're the worst. I'm not allowed to get more backpack space. The nerve. Yeah, I would have to sell both of those. Which I'm not gonna do. I think the blank vellum's not important. Yeah. Very upsetting that I can't just buy more backpack. Give me more backpack. Ugh. I need more gold. Which is dumb. Anyway, nothing else I wanted. Where's the camp? There's the camp. Alright, we're gonna screw around the camp for a bit. We're gonna talk to everybody. We're gonna see how they're feeling, and then I'm gonna wrap it up.
How will you end it?
We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you doubt I'm really a warden?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
Rude. I'm new to the Wardens.
Will you make that excuse to the Archdemon? Or the victims it claims in the meantime?
Yeah, he's still mad at me.
Yes.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
I guess that's enough for
Then
now.
I suggest we move on.
I still love you, don't worry about it. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
I talk to you too much.
As you wish.
I'll get your love back. Don't you worry, Stan. He's like, he wasn't worried.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Can you teach me to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not.
Fair.
When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Very well, I'll respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
I'm a mage, so...
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
So what happens now that there's just the two of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Logain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
He makes it so hard not to romance him. Ugh. Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Logain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
Right. We need to start rebuilding the Order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the blight would grow unchecked.
Sounds bad.
Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
I have no more questions.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
How did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say?
Dweeb.
Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
He was a good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
I think of novel him again and I just get
What do you
sad.
need?
I'd like to ask you something
away.
because I'm not listening to his directions at all. Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
My lad. In that case, you should have become a mage.
Oh, you aren't kidding. I think the Templar uniforms are as colorful as they are just so the Templars didn't feel dull in comparison. Last thing you want when you're about to take down some Maleficar out in the woods is to have him point and laugh at your taste in clothing, am I right?
Oh, that's mean. Oh my god. Do all Templars make these jokes or just you?
Oh, you know, between all the guilt and the hours spent in solemn prayer, any good Templar or priest is just bursting to tell a few good jokes when the opportunity arises. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
I think I understand.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding. The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
it's so hard not to romance him. I want to romance Severin. Boy. Anyway. It's just so romantic to be like, I guess my home is with the Grey Wardens now, with you. That's dweeby and cute, and I love when Alistair laughs dweeby and cute. I'm talking myself into it. The struggle. You glorious, glorious man. Ugh. Fine!
It is. I didn't know you felt that way. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Although that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
It's him, it's Severin, it's Leliana. They're so hard to resist. Morgan. You know what? Basically everybody. They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Especially if I'm gonna get Sten's affection.
What do you need? Ask away.
Ask you something. Never mind. So we're pretty much done there. Puppy!
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
He can hear you. Good. He will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
I feel like she'd spoil you, buddy. So it's good. Go ahead. He is getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
It's a good bath. You'll be okay, baby. It's dog spa. It's a dog spa. Pet Alistair II. This is what happens when you leave me unattended. He's just Alistair Jr. now. I'm gonna talk to my baby again. I'm gonna pet him again. Okay, and now I'll go talk to everybody else, I guess. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
Very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me.
When?
I have lived for such a long time. But there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
She just comes at me with this. Okay. Hey, don't say those things. We still need you.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
Okay. Give me anxiety, Win.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, I've heard many stories.
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
Same, but I knew I could. You know, some, but I knew I could not falter.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped.
Well, they're screwed
It
up.
was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
And I mean, like, she had nightmares for months. Jumping back to it, imagine Cullen, who was actually tortured by them for a long time. Like, oof. That lad. Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling, yes.
One slip. All it takes is one slip.
She's
and
exaggerating.
everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness.
Like it's more
and
than a slip.
there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured.
Radical
or
thinking.
If a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Heavens, if the Chantry saw this. If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly
Chef's
are,
kiss.
then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Man, if like everyone was as like open-minded as Wynn, just
Irving told me about
Not that
how
she's
you
perfect.
became a Grey Warden, and that unpleasant incident that occurred prior to your departure from the Circle.
yes. I still can't believe Joan was that stupid.
Stupid or desperate or just curious. He's not the first. He won't be the last. But that aside, you're a Grey Warden now, and perhaps I presume too much by saying this, but the Circle is proud of you.
I do wonder what Irving saw in me that made him recommend me.
Do not squander this time trying to explain why Irving picked you. Accept it, and be the Grey Warden you're supposed to be.
You're so
Sometimes
sweet.
it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Girl, you make me emotional.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight.
There is.
Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all
That's fair.
people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you
People.
guard them because their continued existence
People.
is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you. It does. And this is all about Merrick in its own way. Anyway, read the book.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond.
Preach.
The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond.
Getting real weird.
But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome. Is there something you need?
Why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do. and I would be part of it.
But you left the children. I am glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end.
I want to know her skincare
And after
routine. She looks great.
If I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I am sure you'll be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps.
He told you.
Is there something you need?
I'd like to ask you about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages.
True.
The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the circle.
Yeah, homie.
I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome.
Sad.
The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Serves him right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
True. What a terrible experience for a child.
The barn kept me safe from the village children and the stones they would hurl at me. I was afraid, yes.
Why is everyone mean
but
to
it
you?
could have been much worse. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life.
It is pretty beautiful.
I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
I can't remember how I was playing this, but I feel like now I just have to be contrary. Sorry, Win, but not everyone has that experience. I hated the place the moment I laid eyes on it. Like, you could love all the mages inside the circle and hate living there.
But it was the circle that saved you. I learned very quickly that for every apprentice in the tower, there was probably one who never even lived to see the Templars come.
This is true.
No child, not even a mage child, is a match for an angry mob trying to place blame for a failed crop, a hard winter, a baby born dead.
Those people should know better.
Superstition and fear is what makes these people behave in this manner. It will be a good long time before that changes.
Put a pin in that.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
It's been a while since I left the tower.
It has been almost a year, hasn't it? Do you miss the tower at all?
It's like, kinda. Again, the people. It was my home for so long.
You can take a mage out of the circle, but you can't take the circle out of the mage. Or so Irving used to say. He was joking, but there is some truth to the statement. A mage never really leaves the circle, and for the rest of your life you will be seen as a circle mage.
But I'm a Grey Warden now.
But you will always be a mage, especially in the eyes of others.
True.
You represent both mages and Grey Wardens, and your actions may reflect well or badly
it's true.
on both groups.
Yep.
Remember that.
I mean, 3 is more accurate. I will do what's right. I don't care what other people think.
That is commendable. But one's principles are often subtly influenced by others.
True.
Though you may be unconscious of it.
Possible.
The only thing one can do is to be aware that this is a possibility. And ask yourself often why you do what you do.
Win with that good advice.
Oh, but listen to me, go on.
I love you.
Start a conversation, and I just run away with it, don't I?
I'm glad you take the time to counsel me.
I've been mentoring apprentices for so long, it's become something I do unconsciously. I don't know if I could stop even if I wanted to.
What, I didn't get any points for that? But I love you.
Is there something you need?
I'm gonna ask about the circle again.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
I don't think there's anything left. Yeah, there's nothing. Who's that guy?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
They will work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common
Aww.
banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Okay, let's see.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as...
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay. But what is that?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist.
Okay, be ready.
As is my duty, Grey Warden.
Well, I guess that's all we're getting out of him. He's like, I do runes. And then he just leaves. That's a DLC thing. See if you got anything new.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Where do those goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember.
It's okay.
It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere.
It's okay.
Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
So I was just asking. What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
I would miss the cheese knife. I suppose it's better than having the Darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Okay. Have you heard any rumors?
The Darkspawn have attacked Lothering. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came, either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings. Then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. And I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Right. Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
You have a discount? The backpack is more expensive here, son. I do not believe you. Weirdest gifts in the entire world. This man lying to me. I'm really upset. Discount. It's more expensive here. You a lying liar who lies. I have gifts, and I need to figure out what to do with them. Yep, Morgan would want to take a look at this. How do I do gifts again? I forget. Huh, okay.
What do you wish of me?
Never mind. I forget how to give gifts. Black Grimoire. Aha!
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own.
You're welcome, darling.
You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Oh, she's very happy about that.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
I must. Can you teach others to become shape changers?
By others, do you mean yourself?
Yeah. I was considering it.
Then I shall teach you what I can whenever we are in camp, provided you have the will to even make the attempt, that is.
Hello, dear. Yes!
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck.
I mean, you could.
What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds. And you remained unnoticed.
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
We don't learn that lesson well, do you? Very daring. That sounds just like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps.
Still sounds like
Only
you.
once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weak about a woman. One, that she is weak. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I have no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Well, I'm glad it worked out this way at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then.
Yeah.
Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Haha!
What do you wish
You're
of
gonna
me?
love me. I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
I must. Is Sloth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago was this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the Dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
What a dick. It's true. Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement.
Whoa.
All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
This is making more sense. You know, you're married to a guy, he's poor, this other guy comes along, asks if he can marry you for money. You're like, well, I want my husband to have a good life, he'll have money and power, and I'll be not dead, I guess. Yeah, anyway. Really sucks for Osen, though. So she truly loved Osen, then?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him.
Okay.
Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Clearly. Even my people have heard of Cormac.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords.
Yikes.
Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters?
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Okay, aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
An interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
Look at you. Asking me about insane trivialities. Inane trivialities. One extra letter. I mean, I love her. What else do you want to know?
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth.
Oops.
But it matters not. Let us move on.
I got a 5 out of that.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
I already asked you. I'm gonna ask you something.
What do you wish of me?
Just got something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
No, not asking you that. It sounds so rude to be like, why are you still here? I don't know, it just feels like I'm crossing a line. Okay, so we're gonna go down. My gifts. Let's see what's going on here. Small gold bar. Ba-da-ba-ba. Small carved statuette. Rose of Orlais. Train white runestone, white stained portrait. Chantry amulet, wine. There's so many things here. Okay, so I'll have to figure that all out later. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you had fun. I always enjoy the little camp chats. So, thank you, and I will see you next time. Remember to vote in next week's poll, and we will be together again for whatever game you choose. There we are, and I will find that off button now. Theoretically.